If you keep doing 80, if you keep doing 180s, you're only going back and forth. So you'll either always be in the back or at best fourth. Forget gold because without goals, you'll never be ahead. But if you don't use it yourself, to everyone, you'll always be ahead.
BTSW.
There were a few mentors, back when I wasn't that good at playing dominoes. They would always say, well, since you ain't using your head, use your hands, which was a code for rub the dominoes, shuffle it, mix it up, and all of that stuff, right? Because I was good at mixing it up, making sure everybody got the, different hand every game or whatever. But I wasn't that good at even matching cards at one point. And so it seemed as though I wasn't using my head. So that's what they would say. It's like, you ain't thinking, you ain't using your head. Here, what I'm saying is, if you'll always be ahead, like when you're counting for the amount of people in your restaurant or at a party or an event or whatever, you don't count bodies, you count head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You count, that's how you count the head. $5 a head, you charging people an entry fee or whatever it is. It's the thing that everyone focuses on, including yourself. Right? When you go look in the mirror, the first thing you look at is your face, right? You want to make sure that you look good and you look like you're looking good. And then you look at your body and all that stuff. It's very strange. You never see somebody who'll stand up in front of a mirror, wait for 10 seconds and say, what's that on my face? No, because you look at your face first. Anyways, a lot of people also confuse 360 degrees, which is a full turnaround, as opposed to 180, which is going back and forth. About face, as we would say in cadets, or about turn. When you turn around 180 degrees and you go back the opposite way. So if you do that long enough, you keep doing 180s, you're only going back and forth. A lot of people from afar would say, oh, this person, they're making a lot of changes, a lot of moves and all that stuff, but you're really only going back and forth. And you, the person who's doing it, would know that. And if that's the case, that means you're not moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, you cannot be in the first, second, or third place. There's nothing that you can do that would be praiseworthy, right? I think that's what you call the Beatitudes. If there is any virtue or anything that's praiseworthy, in other words, you have to set your eyes on the things that actually matter, that actually would bring forth change. In other words, if you're not first, second, or third, you ain't getting a medal, you ain't getting a ribbon, you ain't getting none, because you ain't really do nothing. Sure, you run your race, but at best, in other words, you can't do better than fourth place. Now, I'm not bashing anyone that ever came fourth place in anything, but if someone was to tell you, oh, you can't do better than fourth, that's not gonna feel good. But if you're only doing 180s, especially if you was doing 180s in the race, clearly, you ain't coming first, second, or third. And then obviously without goals, without a set destination, you just kind of like a fire hose with no one holding it. It's not conducive. It's not going to produce any kind of fruit. There's no consistency there. Nothing good could come of it. It's just a bunch of chaos. You don't want to be the organizer of chaos. We already got somebody for that job. It's taken. I think it's best to just have goals. Stop going back and forth, right? And make sure if they are counting you as ahead, you make sure you are ahead of the game and you use your head. Hopefully this makes sense to you.